It's going to go live. Huh, I'm live. All right. I started live early because I suspect my AT&T signal is going to be iffy. Welcome. MacBean's Got Fitness. Let me see that. There we go. I got that adjusted just right. A little higher. All righty. Yeah, all right. So, breakfast, TGIF breakfast. Thanks for joining in. For those when you do join in, I went down the fridge year, maybe a year before that. So I do have the butter this up. So and the bacon I get from the butcher is this will cook down to mostly fat. So where I might only throw 2 or 3 pieces in for breakfast of the regular bacon, on this one here I throw quite a bit more in because I'm going to get less meat. So I think I'm going to make today is going to be, hey, Prepper Cowboy, how you? I was listening to Prepper Nation and everything was just fine. And then all of a sudden, I could see that the connection was starting to decrease. So hopefully I'm 5x5. If you could let me know, I appreciate it. So now I kind of get my Christmas stuff out. Yep, I might have to move the phone. I'm wanting to charge it. It's ridiculous what I need to do to get a signal around here. I gotta have it just right. But buffering, okay. Let me know if the buffering goes away. I didn't move the phone to what I'm hoping is a stronger signal location. Kind of the things of living out in the middle of nowhere is I like being out in the middle of nowhere, but my signal sucks. All I can say about it. So today, it's going to be bacon and Texas toast and egg sandwiches. I already had my coffee this morning, and this is my coffee creamer. You're going to spend $10 on creamer. You might as well have some creamer, have some fun. That's just my thought on it. Any water we use for cooking or drinking, I filter. Because I'm well water. Nothing really wrong with it, but. And I do have a butter filtration system too. I just haven't broke it out. It's kind of for emergency situations only. So I got the Lewis Texas Toast Family Bakers. So everybody, thanks for coming in. I will have a gym live stream too later on today. I am going to go back out probably the one in Pontiac. It just it's a little more convenient to do so. But I will save Mondays for probably the one in Streeter. So yesterday I did deadlifts. I haven't done deadlifts in a while, so I was glad to get back into it. Got snow today. We do have a little bit of a light Christmas going on. And it's still snowing. We haven't got a lot. I would say maybe a ½ inch at the most. So really not anything to be concerned about. But I do remember getting this much snow when I was stationed in Fort Stewart, Georgia, and they closed everything down. It was funny as all. And I still had snow tires on the back of my car. I had a 76 Camaro Rally Sport. And I'm shooting down the highway at 70 miles an hour and everybody else is driving 40 and they're freaking out. And I'm like, are you kidding me? I said, this ain't snow. This ain't nothing. One thing on the canning side. So we're doing a food drive. And I bought a bunch of stuff up to give the food drive. And the wife's like, "Boy, we can't give this because it's expired." Well, it's not expired. The date on these cans is not an expiration date. It is a best by date. All right. This was January of this year. Still fine. All right, I'll be having this for probably a late dinner on Saturday or Sunday. And Mendoza, thank you. I don't know if I'm a legend, but thanks for saying so. Just a guy who likes to stay in shape. All right, so to me, breakfast consists of eggs and bacon. Sometimes I'll chop some potatoes in there if I want some more calories. Sometimes I'll just make it a sandwich, make it a little easier. So today I'm just going to do a bacon and egg sandwich. That ain't different than just doing bacon, eggs, and toast. Really, really is. The milk I drink is milk, very high in protein. So Fairlife milk, it has 13 grams of protein per serving versus 8 grams of regular milk per serving versus 1 gram of almond milk per serving. And the only reason I bring that up is because at one time almond milk was advertised as a good source of protein. So I went and checked it out, and I'm like, "Are you kidding me? It's barely better than water." Of course, water has no protein, and pretty much almond milk doesn't either. Now, almonds, that's a whole different story. They're loaded, but I've been kind of staying away from almonds because I broke a few teeth on them. So I try to go with something a little softer. Let's see if we catch up the comments here. Making a day, yep. How much is my protein intake daily? It is somewhere between 200 and 250 grams of protein a day. And I do that over about 5 meals to 6 meals. So a lot of times I will have I'll have two breakfasts in the morning, each consisting of about 40 to 50 grams of protein. If it's more protein, it will count it because your body really can only process about that much at a time. And then I will have a lunch of the same thing, at least 30 grams of protein. I get to work about 2:30. At 3 o'clock, I'm eating something. Sometimes it's a protein bar, sometimes it's a sandwich. Put about another 30 grams. And then I'll have 2 other meals after that. So I have about 5 to 6 meals a day. Sometimes I'll make a shake, protein shake, but I don't count that as a meal. It is a supplement. All right, supplements are not to replace meals. Unless you're trying to lose weight. A lot of people say, well, it's a meal replacement shake to help you lose weight. Okay. Or you can eat healthier. A lot of times that shake is healthier. I'll have to research that. I don't eat tofu, so I do not know. I will have to do some research on that. I've heard the word many times. I just don't eat it. No reason. Either way, it's not a big thing out here in the country. I guess if I was up in college still, it'd be something. So you should be able to Google that and see protein is in tofu. I don't know if there is. I imagine almost any food has some sort of protein in it, except for fruits, not so much. Some vegetables do, but meat is your best source of protein. Meat and eggs are definitely your best sources. I can see AT&T is going to fight me today. I keep getting that. Your signal is yada, yada, yada. But I do not know the answer to that. But I will research it. And on my next chat, I'll have an answer for you. But I'm just going to, uh, Google and doing some research on it. I tend to go to places that have some scientific background on it, so you know that the information is good, and then I will verify it with more than one source. Absolutely. So remember, hit the thumbs up. It's Christmas. I got my Christmas beard going. This is the only time of the year that I keep it this. I let it get this thick, and this actually is I've never had it this thick before. So this is a record for me, where I can actually take a comb to it. Kind of liking it, and it does keep my face warm, especially when I go on my hikes. And I probably will do a hike today, just because it's snowing, and it may this might be how I'm dressed. I'll have another coat on, but if I can get this on the outside, it might give the bus driver a kick. She usually is coming back from her route when I'm on my walks for the most part. I got the bacon going. I'm using the standard burner. Actually, one of the mini power burners. I got it down at low. Got my eggs. Hopefully I'll be getting some eggs from the farmer down the road here pretty soon. I don't know them, or at least I don't recognize the names. I'm out here in Central Illinois. I pretty much train with myself. I do train a few clients, but it's kind of exclusive. I'm not a trainer. I mean, I have a certificate. I went through all the studying for it, but it's not my main source of income. Generally, if somebody will get referred to me from a friend, and they'll want to sit there and step it up to the next level, so I'll train. But I do have a full-time job. So lifting is my hobby, which became kind of let's go and compete. So I just had my last competition last Saturday, and I broke their national record for the raw bench. I plan on breaking it again in March. January 7th, I have a fun meet to go to at Route 29 Fitness by Springfield, Illinois. It is not a sanctioned meet, it's a touch and go, but it's fun. And I like the people there. So I've been going to that one for probably the first one I went to was maybe 15 years ago. I was just looking it up and I go, hey, here's one that's pretty close, let's go to it. So I went down there and had a really good time. It's a family-owned gym. They're really nice people, and I went down there last time, and there was a young lady there, Kelly, that lifted like 450. I mean, just huge. There's another one. She's in her 70s. She's been making every event probably for the last 15 years. So just really impressed with that. I think Kitty gonna need more water. Not why she hasn't iced over yet. So let's go ahead and get the toast going. Now with the toast, I have to be careful because bread will put weight on me quickly. So I kind of have to make sure I don't eat too much bread during the day. So Joven, personal trainer. So I don't know him. I'll look him up. And I may know him. It's not ringing any bells right now. The gyms I go to. I do have a Facebook group called Scottish Fitness. I'm also on Instagram. I was on TikTok. I got rid of TikTok. Just spent too much time on it. Just not doing anything productive. So I got rid of it. Sometimes you have to get rid of your distractions. Like yesterday, I had a slow start, and instead of saying, well, it's just too late to go work out, I went for a walk, got the blood moving, went to Pontiac where I work, and got a 90-minute workout in there, and had a really good time. And I was glad I did it. I can really feel the progress I got from that. Adverse, if I don't go work out, then the rest of the day, I just don't feel like, I feel like I cheated myself. I also posted my walk. I did about a 2-mile hike, and I talked about motivation. How motivation is just, it's a decision to do something. It really is. I made the decision to go to the gym. It's not because I'm a really motivated guy. I'm not one of those guys, hey, come on, let's go. It's just, I know what I want to accomplish. I know that when I go to that meet in January, I want to at least bench more than I benched last week. When I go to that meet in March, I want to break my record that I did last week. And then when I go to the meet in July, if it doesn't, my fear it's going to sit there and interfere with my Senior Olympics Nationals. And if it does, well, I want to be doing the Senior Olympic Nationals. That's all there's to it. That's what I'm training for. I got to register for that. I'll probably do that this week. There's still more hamburger soup. I didn't see that. Yeah. I see some leftover hamburger soup. That stuff is good. So those are my goals. You got to have goals. If you have goals, it's easier to be motivated. If I know to accomplish these goals, there are certain things I need to do. I know I need to lift. I know I need to eat right. I know I need to get enough sleep. I know I need to go out and throw discus at least once a week, even in the winter. So even if it's cold, even though I won't be able to get a really good strong throw, I need to keep that movement going in there. I may have to go into the gym and just start doing the spins and keeping that ability to not fall down going. Come springtime, I will be doing a lot of throwing, but I have to be careful about not to overdo it. I did that about a week before my event. I went up and I threw for an hour, and I was really sore. And I was like, oh no. And I had to really try to concentrate on healing, because the contest was there. I did take gold in the Senior Olympics for Illinois. I'm going to Nationals now, and it's going to be a much bigger field. I was throwing against 6 people. And Nationals, I'll probably be throwing against 100 people. Well, I don't know. I haven't done it before. Hey, Ethan, how you doing? Good morning. Do a little breakfast chat. And then I will get some chores done around the house. I'll recharge the computer and the tablet. I think the tablet is recharged. The tablet is easier to do the live stream at the gym, as I just don't see the comments as well. So it's a little harder to see the comments. But then it's easier for me to move it around, and it's less obvious what I'm doing. So the people are not intimidated by, oh my God, he's videoing. Hopefully the owner is there, so I have a spotter. Otherwise, it'll be another rut day. But I do want to go heavier. And I'll probably be doing a lot more working out towards that direction. It's more convenient. But I'm trying to reserve Mondays for The one in Streeter. Tuesday is going to kind of my off day and walk day, but go in to Pontiac and probably do arms. Thursday I did back. Wednesday I did some legs. I didn't do as much as I wanted to. I didn't stream those. And just keep it active. So 7 thumbs up. I appreciate that. Hopefully the signal is good. Crowd, let me know if I'm still buffering or not. I know when I had John at Prepper Nation, I was watching him. It was buffering. I did order one of his books. So this YouTuber writes books, so I ordered one of his books. After I read it, I will be doing a book review on it. Unless it's really bad, then I'll just keep my mouth quiet. But my daughter wrote a book, but she didn't want me to read it. Now, I respected her wishes, but I'll probably next time I visit, I'll find it and read it. She's writing another book, so I'm sure. I hope she gets to where she can get published in that. And then she does get published, and then I'll feature that on my channels. Remember, I do have 2 active channels. MacBean's Farms and Prepping is the other one. So that I'll use that when I'm doing stuff around the farm, and when I go on my rants. Every now and then I will go on a political rant, but I don't do it here, or I try not to do it here, because that's not what this station's about. This channel is about fitness, so I try to keep it kind of clear on that. All right, so let's dry out the bacon. Give me some bacon and some beans. And then cook me an egg. So the incredible edible egg, 6 grams of protein. Hey, Christopher, how you doing? Welcome. Thanks for popping in. 6 grams of protein, about 90 calories, clean calories. Texas toast, about 3 grams of protein, so I got 9. The bacon's probably another 6. So I got 15, and I got easily 20 there. So I got 35 grams of protein for breakfast. Now, if I wasn't doing the sandwich, I probably would cook up at least 3 or 4 eggs, so it would actually be heavier in protein. But literally 30 to 50 grams is all you're going to digest anyway. So I put the secret spices on, the salt, sea salt, and fresh ground pepper, sea salt by the seashore. And this will be my first breakfast. Yeah, a little bit later start, but that's just it. I work second shift, so the morning is my day. When I come home after I get home about 11:30 at night, it's pretty much I'm going to go to bed soon. Now, last night, Mom was already sleeping. In the last couple of nights, I actually stayed up for about an hour and played some Skyrim, just to relax. All work and no play makes Jack a dull boy. So I played a little Skyrim. I got to bed about 12:45 maybe. And I was up at 7-ish. It's like I'll be up. It's not like I get out of bed. But understand that I need to get that at least 6 hours of sleep. If you don't get at least 6 hours of sleep when you're really working out, you're not giving yourself enough time to heal. You need to give yourself time to heal. What's up, Putty Cat? So Putty Cat wants to come in the house. Whew. And so remember, rest, nutrition, and exercise. And I put it in that order for a reason. If you don't get the rest, you're not going to be physically active enough to work out. If you don't have the nutrition, you're not going to have the nutrition to work out. So like yesterday I went to the gym. I could tell that I didn't have enough nutrition. It had been too long since I ate. and I really felt myself low on energy. So I had him mix me up that shake, and it turned around. I mean, he had a couple scoops of whey protein. He had oats for energy. He had coffee beans for caffeine. And, yeah, I had a great workout. I mean, it turned it around. Otherwise, the workout was going to be mediocre. Now, there's nothing wrong with a mediocre workout, because it's better than no workout. Like I said, even a short workout is better than no workout at all. I'm getting ready for my egg sandwich. So this is how you cook breakfast quickly. And verse 2, usually I'm spending a good 45 minutes, an hour making breakfast. So this is when I'm in a hurry. All right, when I want to get things done quickly. It's still very nutritious. It has all the nutrition that my body does need. And it's going to give me plenty of calories for my daily activities. The hardest part is waiting long enough to eat it. It's like, oh, it smells good. Eat. Devour. And then I'm like, ow, 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 it's hot. Going to need a taste test review. There we go. Cousin Eddie said it's good. So, Texas toast bread. Now and then I like to buy a little specialty bread. But I don't eat a lot of it, so if I want to eat it, I'm going to buy good bread. So I'll either buy that, or here's artisanal baked bread, or beefsteak hearty rye. So the wife, she'll buy the regular white bread or the Italian bread, the cheaper stuff. I try to buy the better stuff. Life's too short to eat cheap food. But sometimes cheap food's good too. You know, Aldi cake mix is actually a better cake mix than a lot of your other brands out there. So, let me see. So I got Ethan, I got Christopher, and Mendoza, hopefully still in there. Thing is when it's showing me people, it doesn't give me an accurate count. It actually tells me that there's nobody in chat right now, which I imagine is possible. It's just not probable. So I've got about 35 grams of protein there. You're about 150 calories there. About 300 calories. So a really good starter. Remember, coffee is not breakfast. Coffee is a stimulant. It has no calorie ability in that. So you always got to make sure you get food before you do physical activity. So I'm going to eat this. And if you got any questions, put them in there, because question and answering time helps these things go a little bit longer. And I will bundle up and go for my hike. Not a long one, but something just to get the blood moving. I will come back in and probably have a shake. Shake. Do some things around the house. I think I got a Christmas card or two still to send out. Remember, if you wanted a Christmas card, shoot it over to my email with your address. I will send you one. I still have a few left. And I will mail it out to you. I think after today, you're probably not going to get there in time. So here comes a taste test. Drum roll. That's good stuff. So here's what I do when I want to make a faster breakfast. I mean, I got this knocked out in 30 minutes. And versus if I'm cooking bacon and potatoes and onions and spam, sometimes I'll throw the spam in there. This is what I see all morning. This is what I see all morning. This is what me and Daddy. I'll behave this time. I don't think so. So she's a good cat. So she's an outdoor cat. I do let in from time to time. But if any of those are old enough to watch the old Flintstones, she's like trying to put Dino out. She resists. Now remember, take your vitamins with food. Remember, each vitamins do different things for your body. Now, I always take a multivitamin, kind of a catch-all. Which will provide me most of the vitamins I need in the right dosage. The other ones I will sit there and take separate will be vitamin C, which I'll take a couple times a day. Vitamin D, because the sun ain't shining. And zinc and magnesium. B complex for my energy. And iron about once a week. And vitamin K. And vitamin E. Vitamins will keep you healthier. Well, and we'll talk about that dealing in the world as we are today. It's amazing of the. I don't have a good word for these people. But what they are saying is harmful. But there are some idiots. I don't know if they're just trolls. I don't know if they're just so full of themselves. They try to tell you vitamins are not good for you. It's incredibly stupid to say. Now, can you get the vitamins you need from food? Yes, but it's very difficult. And most of the people don't have that type of diet. And one of the best defenses against the cold and flu, and even a Charlie 19, is vitamin C, vitamin D, and zinc. To allow your body to fight off this disease more efficiently. And anybody who tries to tell you different are just an asshole. I'm sorry. I had one on Twitter. Hey, Lo, I didn't provide me the studies. I provided them. And he still kept saying stupid stuff. So I said, you got to go. You're just an idiot. I'm sorry, your picture's showing you somebody around my age, and you should know better, but who knows who you really are. And I had to block him. Life is too short to argue with stupid people. Proper rest, proper nutrition, vitamins and minerals, washing your hands will do wonders to keep you healthy. Not to know 100%, but it'll definitely put you on top of the curve. You need nutrition to fight. By being attacked, it needs nutrition to fight it. It needs the building blocks to fight it. A lot of these vitamins can help prevent cancer. I take a lot of arginine for my blood vessel health. Something that's kind of did my dad in, did my grandpa in. Well, I have to do things to counteract that. I know, we're watching John eat. I gotta eat, it's in front of me. Get up. She's like, you will let me in, Dad. So yeah, today we should have 2 live streams. It's Friday. I do work part-time on Saturday or on Sunday. Because the money is good. Hey, Ark Wildman, how you doing? So, is everything okay? I watched your video last night. I don't get into the drama in that, but sounds like there was some drama going on. So I hope everything gets worked out between that. What's cooking? Thank you. And I got my Christmas vacation sweater on too. So what I did cook was Texas toast, bacon, and eggs. So Texas toast, bacon, and egg sandwich. About 35 grams of protein. About 400 calories. A good starter meal to get my day going. Well, the agenda after this is I'll go for about a 2, maybe 3 mile hike down the road because I do have a nice white Christmas. Bama Jim, I'll show you the mascot of Scottish Fitness. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Look at who I got here. So I have Binks, the Wonder Kitty. Dun, dun, dun. Who's that? Who's that there? Yeah, she don't freak out about it. And I've never baked it. Cutie pie. So this is my kitty. So she was a wildcat for 6 years. Wouldn't come within 30 feet of me. And then about 3 years ago, all of a sudden she came up to the front door, meowing, so I fed her. And then slowly but surely, she became my friend. She hopped on my lap one day, surprised the heck out of me, and now she doesn't want to leave. So she could stay on my lap for hours because she has. I fell asleep one time, and she stayed on it. When I woke up, she was grooming me. She loves to be in the house. She hates it when I put her back out. But there's just too many things that she can knock over in here. So I do have her set up in the deck, got her own house. Deck is covered. And it stays about 20 degrees warmer than the outside air. And then if it does get really, really cold, we do bring her in. But say bye-bye, Binks. All right, now you're going to hear me out as I'm taking her back out. I know, I love you. I know. She's getting better at it. I had to chase her out one time, and I didn't let her back in for a couple days. That was breakfast. Mm-mm-mm. So I do have another channel, MacBean Farms and Prepping. So if you want to hear my rant every now and then, that's where I'll post those videos. And also, any wildlife I come up onto, there's vultures and wild turkey and geese. Of course, I've made friends with all the dogs in the neighborhood. Still in about a 3-mile radius, I'm buddies with all their dogs. Dogs and I get along. They can tell that I like them. You know, is that rare one-owner dog? Oh, there is. My buddy has one. I still make friends with it. It just had a very short-term memory. So I would call it short-term memory dog. It'd be my buddy, and then 10 minutes later, he'd be laying right next to me, and then turn and look at me and start barking again. And I go, hey, we were just buddies. What's going on? And after a couple hours, I make friends with it again. My sister-in-law has 2 pit bulls, Bonnie and Clyde. They're just gorgeous little doggies. And they're always happy to see me. I get to see them about twice a year. And I'm like, got the 4 labs up the street, got another pit bull there, got a shepherd mix, and a lab further down. Of course, I had the beagle follow me home the other day. Or like when I first moved out here, first time I went hunting, the neighbor's beagle came and hunted with us. It was a really good dog, too. Flushed up some birds. Let's get more water in there. That's when I try to take care of that mystery dirty dish factory. I don't know where they came from. I use 2 glasses a day. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I think there's another cup in there still. And there's only 2 of us. Oh, there's 1 in the sink, that makes 9. It's a mystery, I tell you. I think the elves must come in when the wife and I are gone. Gotta be. The only explanation I got. Of course, Mom was not listening to the live stream, so I can get away with this. Now let me check out some things here. Yep, got 2 more cups over here I gotta get rid of. All right, now for a little kick back and relax for a few minutes. Let the food digest. Well, here's the comfy chair. And this is the main room. It's a big room. Woo. It's an A-frame. A-frames look really cool. The only bad part is they take more to heat. A lot of airspace here. So thanks everybody for joining in breakfast. Thanks for the thumbs up. If there's no more questions, I'll probably end this here pretty quick. But if you don't get to see my live stream until then, Merry Christmas. If you do, you'll get to hear Merry Christmas again. This is my Christmas card I made. I sent out. And I think I got to look up like one or two more people that I want to send them out to. Remember, rest, nutrition, and proper exercise form. And exercise can be walking, can be hiking, can be running, can be treadmill, staircase, yoga, Pilates, lifting weights, lifting heavy weights, lifting light weights, lifting weights in between. Sports. You want to increase your cardio, but don't want to, sit there and go for long hikes, play basketball. There's a lot of running involved there. A lot of hand-eye coordination going on there. I was listening to Jordan Peterson. He's a very intelligent guy. He does a lot of research in that. And they were talking about mental fitness. Now, they have all these drugs, Privilege, and all this stuff supposed to, help your brain function. Well, vitamins and minerals will do that. All these, do these exercises. Math skills. Math is an exercise. But he said if you truly, truly want to sit there and have a healthier brain, you need to have a healthier body. He said really working out, physical exercise is going to keep your brain stronger. Physical exercise also keeps your bones stronger. Also keeps your balance better. Your circulation better. There's so many benefits of being in shape. Does it mean that you go out and work out for an hour and a half to 2 hours like I do? No, it doesn't mean that. But at least 30 minutes a day, 3 days a week will improve your physical fitness. Everybody has 30 minutes, 3 days a week. And people say, hey, I don't have time for that. You didn't make time for that. You have time for it. I have time to do an hour and a half because I make time to do an hour and a half. And if I want 2 hours, then I sit there and arrange my schedule so I get 2 hours. All right, got 24 hours. All right, say you sleep for 8. All right, still got 16 hours. Say you work an 8-hour shift, got 8 hours. Got travel time and prep time back and forth, 2 more hours, still got 6 hours. Okay, well, you got the morning time, and there's another hour. You still have 5 hours. You got 5 hours that you're not doing anything. What are you doing with those 5 hours? What are you doing those 5 hours? Here's what I imagine most of the people are doing with their 5 hours. And if you're younger, doing this. All right. Now, sometimes that is not a bad thing. This is not a bad thing. Baby, it's cold outside. I'm going to sit there and read a book. All right, but I'm not going to read the book for 5 hours. Because at the speed I read, I can read this book in 5 hours. Actually, I've already read it. I'm just going to read it again. It's that good of a book. Speaking of books, if Mama Jim's still in there, I did order John's book from Prepper Nation, Gunship. So I got the first one coming. Supposed to show up sometime next week. And then I will read it. And if it's a good book, I'll do a video on it. Probably a live stream where I'll talk about it, kind of talk his book up, probably put it on my channel and that. I'm hoping it's a good book. He's written a lot. There's like 20 in that series. And it'd be really good if it's enjoyable read. I do read a lot. I have literally tubs and tubs full of books I've read. So, but everybody has time to do an outdoor activity. Ark Wildman always goes out. He does stuff outside. Why? Because he makes time. Probably because he enjoys it too. I enjoy lifting. But find something you enjoy that requires a physical part of it. Like I said, a hike in the woods, not only is it good for your physical body, but it's great for your mental health. I get a lot of stuff off my mind when I go for those hikes. Kind of lets me exercise some of those demons, that everybody has to deal with every now and then to some sort of degree or another. So with that, I want to thank everybody for coming in for TGIF breakfast. Breakfast has been ate. Time for me to throw some pants on. Long pants. I do have pants on. I got shorts on. And get ready for my morning walk about the farm, which I will post later on this evening. Because remember, my signal's not good enough for downloading anything around here. It's very bad for downloading. Yeah. Don't look down. It could be bad. No, I wear shorts around the house. But if it's a cold winter morning, I just put more clothes on. I don't turn the thermostat on. Setting the house at 64 degrees, it will have the house at 64 degrees, whether it's 30 out there, whether it's 10 out there, whether it's negative 20. All right. But the feeling of it being colder is definitely there. So everybody have a wonderful day. Merry Christmas. And have a great weekend. And I will probably be live streaming from the gym in about 2 hours.